They fooled me, we can't get fooled again.
In Dallas, Texas, 3 shots were fired at President Kennedy's motorcade in downtown Dallas.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you?
Because people have got to know whether or not their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got.
If you don't like what we tell you to believe in, we'll kill you.
All right, kids. Listen. Don't listen to this podcast.
Don't listen to this.
If you're not of age.
What's of age?
18.
So 16?
18. We're a bunch of dudes, and we're going to say some really bad words.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Conspiracy Podcast. Go, Sean.
We're again.
Happy Tuesday.
Yeah,
Yes.
happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Hope you guys are doing good.
Yes, and doing great.
Yeah.
And good.
Yeah, great.
Great week.
As always, we appreciate the Patreons. Cheers to you guys. You keep the show on the road.
Literally.
Thank you, guys.
Like without you, we would have quit. Our wives would have killed us, and we would have been hemorrhaging.
That's right. So we got an interesting one. These boys have never heard of it,
Literally,
but
apparently, according to Eric, it's top.
It's in the top tops. You know,
top 10 or top 100?
Top 100. Top 50. Top 50. Top 50.
This is ever.
And it's more of a mysterious situation. You know, like a mystery, like a dead bodies.
Murder mystery.
Yeah, exactly.
We do some of
yeah,
that.
we've done
We do some of
that.
that.
We bleed into that niche.
I know.
So-
right?
So it's called the Dyatlov Pass incident. Okay. And this is something that happened a long time ago, about 60 years ago.
And it's Dyatlov.
Yeah. And so we upgraded our research because we have live photography and photos going on right here.
Oh, this is my guy right here. This looks like There Will Be Blood guy.
Mm-hmm.
With that fucking like a pilgrim hat.
So you guys have never heard this?
No, never even heard
Not
of this
one
one.
time.
No,
All right.
never.
So this is a place? This is like a city or what?
Yeah, it's
a
pretty
pass.
much in the Ural Mountains of the Soviet Union. So in the Soviet Union being in the 50s. So
Okay,
it was not.
these people look Soviet Union.
Yeah, they look Soviets.
Yeah.
They're very Soviet.
They look like
Yeah.
What do they
Snow
call them?
everywhere.
Yeah.
Fucking cold as shit.
Comrades.
Comrades. Yeah,
We're
the
comrades in
the
arms.
comrades. Yeah, comrades. Snow, comrades, log cabin. Very Soviet.
So the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most enduring and perplexing mysteries of the 20th century. In short, in 1959, 9 experienced hikers, led by Igor Dyatlov.
Igor. No, that's what Dyatlov.
So that's why it's called Dyatlov, right?
Okay.
They embarked on an expedition of the Ural Mountains of the Soviet Union, only to meet a tragic and inexplicable end. The bizarre circumstances surrounding their deaths have sparked numerous theories, conspiracy theories, and investigations.
Enter us.
No,
Enter the
Abominable
conspiracy.
no explanation has been found.
Oh, I can't wait to hear.
Okay.
You
Yeah?
got me.
See what you got.
Okay. Yeah? All right. So on January 23rd, 1959, Igor Dyatlov and his group set out on what was intended to be a challenging but routine skiing expedition into Ortian, a mountain in the northern Ural region.
I'm sorry. I'd love to be like the guy to be like, hear me out.
Yeah.
We're gonna go hiking.
No, this is like our Antarctica expedition.
Well, no, because we're
Hear me out.
we're looking to find something. We're looking to find a hole in the earth. Like these guys are just like, we're just gonna go hiking,
Yeah, we're gonna go hiking.
and it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And we're gonna love
Also,
it.
but
This
keep
is
in mind,
like cross-country skiing.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
that is very.
but keep in mind, it's 1959. You don't have a lot to do.
Yeah, there's no like
Soviet
TV.
Union.
Yeah.
And the Soviet Union too. They're
You
like,
don't got a lot to do. Yeah. You're not like TikTok scrolling.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm busy. Fuck off.
I mean, this is looks like
Yeah,
out
they're-
in the middle of nowhere, some log cabin.
Yeah, look at these like
Yeah.
poor Amish people. They're like, we're taking a cabin.
So we have some great photographs, and just to give you a little teaser here. These photographs were found on their remains.
Oh shit!
Really? Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh, they're all like happy, like loving
Yeah.
it.
So these are the photographs taken between 1 and 3 days before they died.
Oh my god, that sucks. 'Cause
So it's
these
kind of
these bros
eerie.
are like loving it.
Yeah. So it's kind of an eerie, like
Yeah.
like
Their final
happiness.
moments.
Yeah. Like they're all
like
like
hugging each other.
chilling.
Oh,
No big deal. Yeah. No big
They're
deal.
all speaking Russian. Oh, kakala. Привет.
So the group comprised of 8 men and 2 women, and they were all experienced hikers,
Women, sorry.
and they were from the Ural Polytech Institute. One hiker, Yuri Yudin, turned back because he had a sciatica flare-up. So there's one of these people
Who lived?
who lived,
Because he had sciatica.
and so he just couldn't make it, and he just couldn't do it. And
That would be
and
me.
it-
That'd be me.
Yeah.
Like
I
with
hurt
my
my
fucking
back.
seriously, with my once you hit over 40, it's fucking sciatica
Like,
all day,
So-
every day.
or it's like, I need a cold plunge.
Yeah.
So I gotta go.
So just a few days like into their journey, he was like, "I'm out.
Deuces.
I
He,
can't.
like,
I can't do
fucking
it.
ski,
I
like,
can't do it."
fucking-
Yeah.
Lucky
So,
guy. Goddamn.
so that left 9. So there were
Hashtag
9.
sciatica.
Yeah. They had planned to send a message back to their sports club about 3 weeks after taking off. So when the club didn't hear from them by February 20th, a search party was sent out. Okay. On February 26, 1959, the searchers discovered the group's abandoned and badly damaged tent.
Here it is.
Here it is. That
I
is
mean,
the
that
tent
looked
they
like a
found
fucking,
it out.
Like an avalanche fucking hit that thing.
Yeah.
Like that literally looks like an asteroid hit that fucking tent.
What is that right there?
The tent.
Looks like a cross.
Now
It
here's
does look like a cross.
here's the
Maybe-
wild
maybe
part.
It's like a,
here's where it
Probably
gets.
like the part of like the top of a tent or something.
yeah, maybe and like it like ripped off the fabric.
So here's where it starts to get real wild and weird. Yeah, the tent had been cut open from the inside,
Oh, so maybe there was like an little avalanche, or something,
Right.
like a cave in.
and most of the hikers' belongings, including shoes and clothing, were left behind.
Oh, so it had to be like it's like collapsed, and you're like escape.
Yeah.
It's not like Trump. Get my shoes. You know, like, fucking-
Then they found footprints for 8. They found footprints leaving the tent for 8 footprints.
but
Instead of
did they
9.
find a body in the tent though?
Hear it out. No bodies in the tent.
Maybe this dude was taking a shit, like barefoot, like ripping one, like.
So 8 footprints leading away from it.
Oh, maybe they dragged him out. Like they could have dragged him out, and there's no footprints. Though.
Carried him out.
The footprints in the snow indicated that they fled the tent with in barefoot.
Oh fuck!
No
that.
shoes.
No way.
Now, keep in mind,
rather die than get
the
frostbite.
temperature.
Fuck that.
Keep in mind, the temperature was around -10.
What
God.
the fuck? -10? It gets like 60 here, and I'm like
Yeah.
freezing. Like,
So, over the next few weeks, the search party found 5 of the bodies, and they were spread out over the snow in various states of dress, including some of them with no pants on.
oh man, this is not good.
The first 2 bodies were those of Yuri and Yuri Krivachkanegas.
So multiple Uris.
Basically, multiple Yuris.
Of course,
Now-
it's Russia,
It's
baby.
like Jose.
Now,
I know, it's
they
like,
were
Jorge,
found.
Jose.
They were found.
One.
They were found a mile away.
That's how far they got.
All of them?
That's how far they got. The first 2 bodies
Okay.
were found a mile away. Yeah, they were in their underwear,
Oh, poor guys.
and they were next to a burned out fire pit.
Oh, so they were like trying to like survive. They're like,
Okay.
please.
The first Yuri had burns on his body, and a piece of his flesh that was in his mouth had been bitten off by his own hand.
Oh, so was that? Wait,
Wait.
what?
Yeah, it gets fucking crazy.
Wait,
just so
he
you
bit
know,
his own hand.
just so you know, this shit gets fucking wild and weird.
Is it like delirium or
Yes.
something?
Just
Like-
so you know, if we didn't do that, we did the disclaimer. Yeah, disclaimer.
Yeah.
It's
well,
gonna get wild.
disclaimer's
Yeah.
always, it's always in there.
Yeah.
Don't listen to this. Like,
People love that disclaimer.
I know
Yeah.
they really
I
do.
know.
Those are really hot. Those are really hot take.
So basically, there was a piece of his flesh in his,
His own
mouth
mouth
that
that
he
he-
had bitten off.
how do they know he bit it off?
Well, because it's missing from his hand and it's in his mouth.
That's a really solid point.
So then the bodies, of another Igor and Zanata
There's like 7 Igors.
and Rustim were found at a different distance from the tent, suggesting they were trying to return to it. All 5 of those students appeared to have died from hypothermia, which caused an erratic. This is what they say: is they caused an erratic behavior and paradoxical undressing of their clothes.
That is the thing that I've heard. That it causes like you go into like this weird like kind of hysteria, and like you'll like, oh, I'm hot.
You think you're burning up?
I'm melting. Take my shit off.
So some of these people were found with no pants on.
Wow.
I'd like.
Okay.
I'd be like, kill me already.
So now that's
do me a flavor.
so that's 5 bodies of the 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but then one was already like sus.
Yeah.
Because there was like 8 footsteps.
So months later, after some of the snow melted, investigators discovered the bodies of the remaining 4.
Where were they? Oh.
Yeah. They had even more crazy injuries, including they had fractured skulls, twisted necks. Half of them had missing eyes.
What?
Dubinina had her tongue was removed.
No way. What the fuck?
The initial medical examination revealed that Ludmila and Dubina and Sabina Semyon, these are hard to say, had major chest fractures.
So they were like bludgeoned to death.
And Nikolai had a fatal skull injury. Dubinina's tongue and parts of her lips were missing.
Parts of her lips? Were they like cut off, or there was?
And these are the photos from
the
investigators.
See, like, a little foot. Oh damn! Look at this shit, bro.
Oh my god.
The eyes are gone. Like the eyes are out the sockets.
That's crazy.
Dog. You think it's like a weird like
it's
cannibal,
dark.
like a cannibalism type?
It's
Dark,
really
man.
fucking dark.
I'm starving. Give me your eyeballs.
So the initial investigation into the death couldn't determine that a crime took place, but the initial investigation said it was a force of nature.
Well, it's also like we're talking like Soviet Union like investigation.
Yes.
So like
Yeah,
sure, like whatever the fucking
so these
commissar
other 15 or 20 photos that you're looking at is they found their journals and they found their cameras.
Ooh, the journals! I would love to know what those journals say. What the fuck?
And it's the last photographs and entries show that the group was in good spirits and they were capturing.
They look like they're like killing it.
Yeah,
not like I'll eat your eyeballs.
There's
out,
capturing like their journeys in the final days and the la la la.
Yeah, what the fuck is this one?
Including.
Is this like a hole that the body's in?
Including this photo.
Ooh! The fucking
this photo sparked the theory.
Dude?
The theory of the Yeti.
Oh shit!
So basically, what we're looking at is this photo.
It was found on their camera on their bodies.
It's like a not silhouette. Like it literally.
It looks pretty.
It's so silhouette.
Yeah. So it looks like a guy.
But it's fine.
I mean, pretty human size. Like it's not like he looks bigger than normal.
Who knows the distance though?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, this could be like maybe it's like a big. I don't know. It does look like a dude.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like fur.
No, it does not look like fur.
Maybe it's like a very hungry man.
It could have been one of them.
It could have been one of them.
It could have totally been.
But
100%.
it also could have been a Yeti.
But I thought Yetis were like white.
Exactly.
Or Bigfoot.
Homie looks like he's wearing like a shirt.
Yeah. Oh, that looks like a jacket or something.
I know, but maybe it's just super fuzzy. Like,
yeah.
Why do they all gotta be shitty?
I mean,
this is the 50s.
we're definitely gonna post
you can tell the difference from the torso to like the legs.
Yeah, it looks like a dude.
It looks like he's wearing regular.
But
dude
like,
clothes.
the Yeti and Bigfoot are obviously humanoid figures.
But would they be wearing like North Face?
Yeah,
jackets?
North. I know. Like maybe they're like really hip.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the Yeti was just like fucking like minding his own business
with
on
Yeti
a hike.
cooler.
I know, with a Yeti cooler, he was drinking some fucking high noons.
Yeah.
Like living it.
So in short, that is the story.
Now
we have a lot to go
crazy
over.
fucking
We have a lot to go over.
No, but like the weird injuries are like crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
So
why
this is
homie-
really
homie
wild.
bite his
So
own-
this is
bite
a
his own
body.
fucking hand
This
off?
is a body.
I know. It looks like it's in like a
I
hole
know,
or
you
something.
Yeah.
can't really tell that one.
Oh,
This is
like
I see
this,
now.
like this.
So
It's
it's like
just-
laying down. Like
yeah.
I mean,
face
these are
down.
grotesque photos.
Yeah,
like
this one's
is
laying down, face down.
I would hate to be the photographer. Like,
Yeah.
ugh. Yeah, because that's like the head and like
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
arms, like his
Yeah.
arms, like
Yeah.
that. They're not like much worse than like these two dudes are like vibing.
No.
Like
Yeah.
living their best life.
So this story has for 60 years has become
70.
conspiracy of UFOs, Yetis,
definitely not you.
Definitely not.
Definitely not you.
No, we're
Yeah,
not on that.
but I mean, all the different things started to come out
Yeah.
because
I mean,
there's no explanation.
especially with the weird injuries too. The crushed, fucking,
Yes.
crushed your chest,
Yeah.
crushed your head.
Skull
I can see a
crushed.
Yeti being like, bitch.
But the weirdest one is like the eyes and the tongue.
And I know.
Yes.
And the lips. It took out part of her. Why are lips?
So I'm gonna go over a couple of the theories from the families and
Okay.
from other people who are nearby. Yeah,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
we'll
Then
see if
yeah,
you guys like them or
we'll
not.
chat
You know,
about it.
yeah. So the family of Nikolai, who was one of the victims, who had severe head trauma, long believed. So the family believed that the hikers encountered something extraordinary, that they continued to be skeptic of what happened, and like a lot of people say, oh, it's an avalanche.
That's what I mean. You look at the tent. That looks like a
Yeah.
fucking avalanche. happened,
So
for sure.
so they go, okay, well then how were they found a mile away with severe trauma without an animal wound?
Oh, like, yeah, like the wolves would have been like,
Yeah.
oh, hell
Yeah, exactly. So
delicious.
so that family continues to this day to say
Sure.
that
And it's
there's
also
something
like-
weird going
That they
on.
were murdered, or what did they say?
All they say is some sort of
Foul play.
special
Oh.
circumstance
And,
or some
and if
sort
you
of
think
yeah.
like if the avalanche caused like that some of that trauma, like do they actually make it like pantsless, shoesless a mile away and like
weird.
build a fire like
Yeah.
when like your head's
Yeah.
smashed in? Like there's no way.
So, who found the second batch of bodies was a indigenous people called the Mansi.
Oh, I think the Mansi are responsible. We just found the culprit.
There
They're
you
like,
go.
"We don't
So
eat
a lot
people."
of
course we
people
don't.
suspected that the Mansi did it.
Oh, that's what I suspect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Mansi.
The theory was that hikers trespassed on sacred land.
Yeah.
they
However,
were like naked too. They're like, you sons of bitches.
However, there's no evidence or signs of struggle or human conflict, and the Mansi were cleared of suspicion, and
I mean,
they didn't.
signs of
yeah.
struggle.
I mean,
Homegirl's
besides
tongue-
the skull crushing
and the tongue missing, no signs of struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what's was she just like accepted it? Like that's a struggle.
Yeah. Okay, a couple other weird things to add to this. 2 of the bodies were found large amounts of radiation.
Okay, this is getting weird.
What the fuck?
2 of the
This is
hikers.
getting way weird.
Yeah. Now,
What's
some say some evidence of countering that is that some of them worked
Like a nuclear power plant?
years earlier in radiation environments.
No, but you wouldn't still have a large amount of like
Correct.
like-
On your clothing.
No, it's called I think called half-life. And
Yes,
like,
correct.
It's, obviously, you take a shower, water
Yeah.
washes away radiation, and you're in the snow.
Right.
Like, come on.
So take that. Put that in your little. Put that in your little mind. Yeah. Additionally, Dyatlov. So Igor Dyatlov, who was the party leader, was meticulous. He was a leader. He was careful.
He was Igor?
Yeah. No. I mean, like he knew what he was doing.
He wasn't like a fucking
This
scrub.
was This was not like us
His
going
first
on
rodeo.
on a thing.
Us going to Antarctica.
Yeah. No.
Like, we'd
yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
what are we
Exactly.
doing?
Yeah.
Which
So-
way's north? Like,
So put that also in your
yeah.
little cap.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The 10th hiker was named Semyon, and he was the oldest member of the group, and he joined the expedition at the last minute. He was a World War II vet, and he was not a student at the institute.
Sketch.
Okay.
He was like, ooh,
Outside.
His presence
two bitches
led
coming,
to
I'm in.
yeah. His presence led to various theories about who he was connected to in regards to the military.
Oh, like they're like, keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, oh, I just love hiking. I love hiking so much. Yeah. But if you had,
Trust me.
trust me.
Trust me.
Still,
So I mean, you look at the photos and they're happy, they're doing
I mean,
well.
they're really happy.
I mean,
like,
so
these guys are loving it.
So see this, see the photo of them on
This one?
No,
and
this one.
like the truck.
Oh, yeah.
Supposedly that was the day of.
Oh.
Because think about it, you find the camera,
And you go, and yeah,
and it's
and this is like a camera from the 50s.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's so supposedly they were just living their life and,
And that looks
being
like
happy
that
about
looks
it.
like it's a storm. Like
Yeah.
that does not look like
It does
happy,
not look-
happy
no.
like fucking
No.
environment. Like not like these are
No,
clear.
it does
This
not
is
look
like
like Florida.
This is like
yeah,
the oh
this is
shit
shit's
moment.
yeah, like shit's like they're like we made a mistake.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We should not be doing this, but let's get through it.
So here are some of the top theories. One is the avalanche
I mean that I that makes
because
sense.
of that. Or
No, because
where
of that right
one.
there,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
One of the earliest and most accepted theories is that an avalanche forced the hikers to flee their tent.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
So then they flee a mile away.
And then they go crazy.
But 8 out of 10? Or 8 out of 9?
9 out of
8 out of 9.
8 out of 9.
The one guy went home with the
Or you
sciatica.
carry him
So
and you don't have...
That's
you
what
don't
they,
have,
or you carry him out.
You carry him.
Yeah, you
maybe
carry
you
him
got
out.
hurt.
He got
Okay.
hurt.
Okay.
And you don't have prints.
Maybe he was a skull
Right.
crush guy. And he's like, and they're like, get him out of here, brother.
Okay.
The panic-stricken group, inadequately dressed for the extreme cold, succumbed to hypothermia.
Okay, wait, whoa. One thing I just thought of is like, even when you're like, I get it, like you're in your tent, you're not sleeping without pants.
No.
No.
And like, so how
No.
did they get pantsless?
Negative
and,
10?
And you're not sleeping without socks on?
No.
Negative 10.
Like, how are you gonna be barefoot?
Ever.
How are you gonna be never?
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I fucking sleep in pajamas on.
The only
And I
explanation,
I don't
it's
like that
just
at all.
90 degrees
I
outside.
agree.
Like,
I don't like that at all.
yeah.
but the only explanation to that would be about the hypothermia.
Oh,
you're
and they,
talking
like,
about.
lo-
that
they went
they
crazy.
get delirious. And
Do you subscribe to that, though?
I have no idea about
I have
that.
no
Like,
experience with
No,
hypothermia.
hell no.
Like-
We live in Florida.
I
Like, we
know,
don't
I'm
have
like-
any experience
I'm
with that
like,
kind
I'm
of
taking
shit.
clothes off because I'm melting. I'm like,
So the
I
argument
do this
on
shit every night. Like, take my
know.
clothes off, can't fucking sleep in
turn
the
it
heat.
down. My power bill, fuck it.
so I watched a couple documentaries on this, and the theory of the avalanche is, here's the problem with it. They didn't. It's not like they camped or they weren't on a tent on a major
Like the
mountain.
base of a mountain.
Yeah, the slope was about 22 degrees.
But then how is it fucking?
So how is 22 degrees?
It's like this.
It's not very much.
It's not like shit's gonna like fall on top.
That's right. So
Okay.
the theory of the avalanche is that it's. You ever see like a square slab and it just kind of.
Just like shits off. Yeah.
And
It's
then
not
they
really an
just got-
avalanche.
What?
It's just like
It's like
like a slab of ice and snow. Like this
Yeah.
This kind of like sheds off like a mountain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
and it kind of like just goes. Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a solid.
So it's like a weird baby avalanche.
Okay.
Essentially, but
Is it possible that there could have been like some really heavy snow throughout the night?
maybe. I mean, look at the photo. It looks
I
pretty
mean, that
gnarly.
looks like a lot.
Like this looks gnarly.
Yeah, but this is days later.
That's days later.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's
It is
days later.
I didn't even think about that. Like
That's
maybe
days
that
later.
happened after the fact.
Right.
Like
So
maybe
here's-
the tent was like fine.
So
No,
here's
they
the
cut
theory.
themselves out.
But
though.
Right.
but
Yeah,
you
they
can
cut
see the
themselves
slope
out
right
like that.
there. That doesn't
It's-
look
Yeah,
like
you can see the slope.
it does not look like an avalanche area.
Sniper could easily throw that easily on that slope.
You see what I mean though? Is
Yeah.
it looks like just land.
Yeah, and if there was a real avalanche, you would think that like everything's gone. Like this is all covered. Like not like
Yeah.
the little pole's not gonna like
Well,
withstand
yes,
the avalanche.
Yeah.
but remember it's days later. So
Well, how would it
True, we
still be
don't
standing
know.
up? Okay.
I know.
Okay.
But
Days later.
I mean, here's the theory, right, of the avalanche.
Here's the theory.
Yeah.
back to
Here's the
this.
theory, Dave.
Here's the theory. So you're 9 of you in that tent,
Uh-huh.
or in like 1 or 2 tents,
And man, damn,
And then
that's a
and then-
small tent for 9 motherfuckers.
and then
That's
you
a-
get a sleet or
No,
a,
this
a
is-
sheet.
Multiple tents, no?
No, that's like one big
I think
ass
it's
Oh,
like
I was thinking
2.
this was
Looks
a
like
tent. This,
2.
that's a ski.
That's a ski,
That's
bro.
a ski.
That's a ski. Yeah.
But that's
So
a
let's
tent.
say
Yeah, the whole thing is
so let's
it's
say
a tent.
say there's 9 of us.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's a fucking
2 girls and 7 guys.
tight in a little tent.
2 girls and 7 guys.
Dibs on next to the girls. They're warmer.
What? I need the heat.
They're warmer.
We got a spoon.
Take your pants off.
I have hypothermia.
No,
I need your
so-
breasts.
The breasts are the warmest.
They're warmest. It's science.
Trust me.
Trust me, I'm at the academy or whatever the fuck.
Again,
This one,
again, we
trust
need a
me.
female on this
I
on
know,
these
seriously,
podcasts.
so, like,
Okay, so then the sheet avalanche
Yeah, like this falls on.
comes down on you.
Smashes.
Yeah. So then what do?
Escape.
Yeah, we scramble.
everybody run!
We scramble and then we go what? A mile away.
See, that's where I get like, why would you go a mile away? I'd be like, dig out all of our shit. Like, wouldn't you be like, I gotta
I would get
my
all my shit.
I gotta get my shoes,
Get
my
all my
rations,
stuff.
like my
I agree.
shovels, like my skis. Why would you leave the
Yes.
ski?
You would not start traveling without shoes.
No, a mile away. You're like, fuck it, let's keep walking.
I wouldn't
Like,
walk in the snow
No.
with no fucking shoes on.
I wouldn't even be
Unless
there.
you're crazy. Again, back to your point. Like, I don't know the hypothermia.
But they automatically
Psychosis.
Have
But
hypo-
at
maybe,
that point, they don't have hypothermia.
oh, maybe they were trapped in
Not
there.
when
for
they're
a while,
trying to get
though.
out.
What if
You
they
know.
were trapped in there for a while though?
Ooh, yeah.
Like they're buried
Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
like
yeah.
They're
like
just asleep.
hours later they're like, oh, we finally got out, and then they're
Yeah.
like they're all crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So the idea is that the sleet came down, hit people hard, and there were a couple injuries.
Broken.
A couple injuries, and then they were like, "Let's get out of here."
Go build a
And
fire. They
scrambled.
built a fire. They were
Yeah,
found by a little
and they
fire
scrambled
pit.
away. They scrambled away a mile away, but maybe they were trying to get all the way down the slope, maybe to where it was
like
flat
flat,
land
yeah.
in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
but then how did they all die and lose their eyeballs and their
Like,
fucking
bite your fucking
mouth?
hand off.
Yeah.
Ah.
Bite your hand off. Like, the only thing I can think of is, like, I don't know, like, you're shivering so much that you're just like...
I need to feel anything. Like,
Now the girl who had missing eyeballs,
Yeah.
yeah, she's
she was found
right here.
face down in a riverbed. Now the theory behind that
Oh,
maybe
like
her eyeballs were
decay,
missing
like
is
the-
that the river,
fish
the
or-
water,
oh.
the water.
I mean, how long was she there
that
before,
doesn't make
like?
any sense.
Well, remember
Not
the
water.
indigenous people found them like a month later.
Oh, okay. That's a while. That's a while.
It's a while.
the water-
decay though, like you like.
Yeah.
but would
okay, that's true,
would
a
water
month.
just slowly take your eyeballs out?
I mean, water's made the fucking Grand Canyon, so like I'm sure if you take your eyeballs out, they're gonna fucking take rock away.
So another theory is catabolic wind.
What the fuck does that
So
mean?
which is another natural explanation which involves catabolic winds, which are sudden and powerful winds that forcefully drive people to abandon their existing shelter. These winds have created panic, causing the group to scatter. The theory is supported by the location's geographical
No.
susceptibility to those
that's
winds.
a negative Ghost Rider. I would never leave.
And
the winds are ripping. I'm like, we're not going anywhere. Like,
That's
True.
the equivalent of saying, like, we get a little hurricane around here, and you're
And
like, I'm running away without my shoes. And
I
like,
know, I know, naked in the
naked.
streets.
No.
No, the winds are so. I'm gonna go outside. Like, if the winds are so bad, why would you leave?
No.
True.
Why would you leave without pants?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Another theory is about something called infrasound, which is
They're
Just
making-
imagine
they're
that-
making shit up around.
just
we're-
imagine
now
the
we're stretching
high-end sounds causing you to... No. So say we're in a tent, and we're all cozied up in the tent,
Yeah.
and then all of a
Middle
sudden
of
you
night,
hear,
everybody's
middle of the night, it's
sleeping.
-10.
It's negative 10.
There's 7
two
dudes,
bitches,
two girls,
two bitches in the fucking tent. Like,
and then all of a sudden you hear,
Spooning tight.
Like, get over here, girl.
no, and you hear these insane wind whips.
And you're like, let's run out of the tent.
I mean, this sounds like a psychiatrist put this together, but essentially, like, you get crazy because
Oh, is this
it's like
is this like a
No,
like,
I
Does
don't
that make
buy
sense?
I don't
Close
buy that.
Encounter
I
or
know what
something?
you're
Yeah,
I know what you're trying to
yeah,
say.
Remember Close
yeah,
Encounters
yeah.
with like the fourth kind or whatever? When it's like, brrr, like the organ?
Yeah.
Right.
no.
No, hell no.
No.
That's a no.
Would it be like?
Why would that cause you to walk out in negative 10?
Yeah,
No,
without
because
shoes.
everybody's freaking out.
Would
Yeah,
it would it
I
would
would-
it cause you to freak out? Yes. Would it make you crazy that you can't even think through like
Putting shoes on?
Putting shoes on.
Hey, hold on! I'm gonna take my pants off.
I know. No, fuck it. Fuck this.
I'm gonna take my pants off real quick.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna take my shoes off. Fuck it. Let's go.
You know what's really gonna save me? Yeah, I'm gonna take
Okay.
my shoes off.
Okay.
I'm really
And,
freaked
like,
out.
If you look
I'm
at
gonna
this,
go out here
If you look
naked.
at this picture, like homegirl's shoes are legit, like
I know.
tied on with
Yeah.
like trash bags.
Eskimos.
Like,
Yeah.
fucking, like they ain't taking that shit off.
Okay. Other theory is military testing because you have the two people who had radiation on their things.
Magoo,
Yeah.
They're like, what if we put some
The
like, what happens?
The
then?
region was known for secretive Soviet military activities. Some speculate that parachute mines or other weapons testing were happening in the area, and they could have startled the hikers and caused injuries consistent with an explosion, where you had the impact on their bodies.
And also,
without
like,
being
that also would make sense. Like, if a fucking bomb goes off and like fucks the tent up, I can see people just dipping.
Yeah.
I can see you be like,
Yeah, you
I
panic.
don't want nothing.
You panic.
I'm gone.
Now,
like
so-
bomb goes. Yeah.
Now remember the indigenous tribe that we talked about, right?
Yes,
The
yes.
locals that were in the area. Yeah.
Who were the instant suspects?
So they have gone on record saying that they saw orbs in the sky around this time.
Yeah,
Come
but,
on now.
okay. I mean,
No concrete evidence of military involvement was found. Declassified documents and testimonies have not provided those links to those eyewitnesses.
Maybe it's like
but
a
this
little
is
alien
where
fuckery. They're like,
this is
"Ooh."
where the UFO thing came in.
Oh, the orbs.
Right.
Orbs in the
I mean, I
sky,
did see an orb.
strange mutilations. You know what I mean?
But why would they be like, give me her lips? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm an alien. Like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know. Maybe they're doing some experiments. Like,
So
Let's see how
then,
crazy
so
we
then
can
back
make
to
these
the
motherfuckers
military testing, right? Is
that makes
at
sense.
this
So the
time
Soviets
this is
were doing weird shit.
remember
The
this is
Soviets were doing hella shit.
1959.
Yeah, they were
Exactly.
doing weird shit.
So this is well after World War II. This is 14 years after World War II, and right before the Cuban Missile Crisis
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
in
yeah.
'62.
Yeah, 63.
Yeah, around there. And so nuclear weapons were a thing.
right.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah. And so supposedly the radioactivity of this could be explained by nuclear testing.
But you did say that
How would that make you go crazy?
it was only on 2 people that they detected
Yes,
this.
2.
Yeah, only
Only
doesn't
2 out of the
make
9.
any
No, because if there was
Does
any
not
sort
make
of
any
radioactive
sense.
material in the
Good
area,
point.
everyone
That's
would
a
be
good point.
ready. Everyone
That's a good
would be
point.
exposed.
Everybody. Yeah,
that's a
Everyone
good
would be
point.
exposed.
So it more likens to them where
Because,
they
like-
worked at the factory.
Because like the way that radiation works is like, so what makes something radioactive? It means it's actively decaying. So like the atoms are breaking apart, but that's what radioactive means. That like.
So that's how you test it on, like, say, your shirt or your...
No,
or
so
whatever.
what happens is, like, so you have a thing that's made up of atoms, and the
Yeah.
atoms are literally breaking apart, and the particles are just flying off.
Okay.
So that's what radioactivity is. It's actually
Okay.
particles that are
So
flying.
if I died, and then you were like, oh, let's check out his shirt, how would they know that there's radioactivity on it?
A Geiger counter.
Okay. And so they would see that it was still happening. what
No,
you
yeah,
explained.
like you can still see the remnants of that material, like that's there.
Okay.
But it goes everywhere. It's like non-discriminate. It's
Okay.
not like, oh, I only like attack one dude. It's like I fucking hit everything that's within a radius.
Yeah.
Everything's getting
Okay.
touched.
Okay.
Like it doesn't give a shit.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't care. It's not like left or right. It's like everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Which makes everything so much stranger because it was only 2 people with radioactive.
That's right.
And that, dude, I'm telling you, like, even if they worked in the factory, they would not be on them. It would not be like,
Especially it's at least a month later.
And they said a high amount.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's at least a month later.
And water washes off radiation. Like I'm
Yeah.
telling, like it's
Makes
not
no
fully,
sense.
but it wouldn't be like a high level.
Yeah.
It'd be like very minute levels,
Okay.
especially after a month in the fucking snow.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, another theory, animals.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I can see an animal ripping
Animal
some
attack.
eyeballs out for sure.
But,
Not the crushed skull.
But
though.
there's no
Exactly.
there's
Unless
no
it's like a
like
bear.
there's no like slices.
Or
There's
like, yeah,
no
like gashes.
there's
There's
no
no other evidence.
if you saw a bear kill somebody, you would know.
Oh, that
it was a
fucking,
bear,
Oh yeah, because
right?
it's like it's also
Right.
gonna like, bite your fucking head off. Like
Some say it was a wolverine. They attacked the group, at least 1 or 2 of them, and then they prompted them to flee their initial campsite
no,
to
but
a
like
different
Wolverines
campsite.
aren't that big though. Like
I know,
Like
correct.
that's the only thing is like a real Wolverine.
We
is
we
not
think
like,
about it like comic books and stuff.
No, like
but
a
it's-
Wolverine is like it's like a imagine like a really like pissed off badger.
It's like a hyena.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
like a little dog.
So animal though.
I mean,
I
I can
mean-
see like with the eyeballs for
Right.
sure, like 100%.
Sounds weird.
But like the crushed skull and the crushed
And the
ribs.
mouth and the tongue.
So maybe it's a combo. Maybe it's a combo of like mines and they were running and then the animals took care
Yeah.
of them. I don't know. So maybe
Yeah.
like the maybe the explosives caused like the trauma and then the animals. fucked
So the
body
biggest
up.
thing that is
The
counter.
explosives?
Remember that was one of the things that
Yeah,
they were
but-
doing testing, like it was explosive because like
Yeah,
like
The radiation thing.
No,
Or
no, it doesn't explain the radiation.
impact.
Exactly.
Impact.
The impact, like with
Okay.
the skull.
I just
and
want
the
to make sure
chest.
that you weren't talking about like radioactive.
No.
explosion.
The radiation is unexplained.
Yes.
I can't explain that
No,
shit.
I
Like
agree.
that's
Yeah.
completely unexplained.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
the thing is, like, if it was an animal, like, first of all, there's no other signs. First,
And then why would they take the
Correct.
hands and shit? Like why would they be eating
Exactly.
everything?
Correct.
why
Like,
would they only
only
go
the
for
eyeballs?
the eyes?
So-
and then,
so-
oh, I'm out.
And then licking the eyeballs out. I'm
So
not
here's
hungry.
here's the weird part that
Unless
counters.
they got scared away by
Yeah, but here's the
The
thing.
indigenous?
the
Yeah.
indigenous.
Here's the thing that counters it. So the original investigators found 8 footprints, like tracks,
Yeah.
but they didn't find any animal tracks.
Mm.
I mean, it's snowing.
Then they
it's
didn't
snowing
find.
hella, I
Then they
don't
didn't
know.
find any claw marks. They
Yeah, like,
didn't
there's-
find any.
yeah,
There's
like-
no.
And animals aren't like fucking meticulous.
No.
They're
Right.
like they don't
They're
give a
not
like-
shit.
Exactly.
They don't have like a broom behind them. Like
I know.
you know,
They're
like-
also like, I'm gonna bite your nose off. It looks tasty. Like,
So-
I'm not gonna like.
So to be honest, animal seems the least.
Well, not
likely.
The, not
Well,
the
not
least.
the least,
Not
but,
the least. It's
you know.
unlikely, but not
Yeah.
the least likely.
So a more sensational theory is that of the UFO or the Yeti.
I see. I
I'm starting to lean that way.
the Yeti for sure, but the UFOs though.
So we have two things, right? And we're gonna post it on our. We'll put
Maybe
it on
that
all
would
the
explain
things.
that would explain maybe the radiation. Maybe they were like, I'm gonna zap these two motherfuckers with
So-
radiation.
Two?
Like,
On
yeah.
two only, though?
On two. Maybe they were like, bitch. I don't know. I don't know.
So there are two things. There are two things. One is the indigenous tribe said they saw lights.
The
So
orbs.
that's the they saw the
orb.
orbs. Yeah, so that's the paranormal side. Then one of the last photos that are in the cameras found on the deceased.
I mean, that just looks like that could have been a dude that took a shit, and they were like, got him.
Right.
But it's weird that the face is super black.
Yeah.
I mean, but
There's
it
Are you
no-
wearing a
it is
mask?
very
No, but
bad
would you?
photo.
I would be wearing a.
Oh, I would totally
I
be
would be wearing a
a
ski mask.
This is why ski masks
Okay.
exist.
You,
Like,
You're negative
for
10
negative
in
10.
the in
This
the
is
snow.
the whole purpose of
Yeah.
the
you say that, but most of them or all of them were found without clothes.
Yeah.
That's a really good. Oh, well, no, they were found without pants. Like,
Pants.
Ski
Oh,
mask only.
pants.
Most of
Some
them
were
were
not.
pantless.
And this motherfucker's fully clothed.
Exactly.
But maybe this is before. I mean, this could have literally just been like.
But
"There's
again-
there's Igor
again-
fucking-"
Oh,
Yeah.
before they
Yeah,
started
before-
like,
I love how
taking everything off.
I love how like Bigfoot and Yeti are like in every story. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like
It was like New York
somehow
City, New York City,
somehow he's
1950.
Like, somehow Yeti is like in Soviet Union in 1959.
I know,
He's also in
He
Atlanta.
traveled like overseas.
Yeah, he's
like,
also in Atlanta in like 88.
He took like a steamboat across like to go to Russia.
Yeah.
Like fuck it.
So I don't know. I mean, that's
All right.
that's the other, So in 2019, the Russian government reopened the investigation into the Dyatlov Pass.
Really?
But like, why?
And they concluded that an avalanche was the most likely cause.
It does seem, and with this, it seems legit. I mean, I'm not.
No, it does, but it doesn't explain like.
It doesn't
the-
explain anything else.
Exactly.
Other than the
Exactly.
tent. Like the only thing it explains is the tent.
The lack of definitive evidence means that the Dyatlov Pass incident continues to be a topic of speculation and study.
I mean, actually, no. The avalanche would explain some of the other things because the avalanche would explain them.
how
like,
do they lose their eyes?
No,
And their tongue.
No,
Yeah,
the
it's-
tongue doesn't make any sense. But
On the ice.
the eyes could have been the river.
Yeah.
But like, if this happens, and let's say they're trapped for a long time, they're freezing. Like, obviously, if you're being crushed by fucking snow, you're not going to be able to put your pants on. Let's say that it takes hours.
Oh, so you're sleeping.
It takes hours. Yeah, you're sleeping.
Although it's strange that they would be not wearing pants when they're sleeping.
Exactly.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
but,
but
you
maybe
know,
they were. Maybe they're all smashing.
I don't know. Maybe an orgy, like a little tent orgy.
Maybe a Soviet Union smash.
No. That was fucking funny as fuck. Little Soviet Union smash. No, so then like you get this, and like let's say you're trapped for like an hour, 2 hours, you're freezing, you finally get out, and then I can see the hypothermia, like hysteria taking place, and they're almost like, ah! But yeah, I mean, I guess that I'm just saying like that could make sense. That is possible.
The avalanche.
Yeah, the avalanche.
Yeah.
Is
You would
possible.
not smash any of those. Look at that photo.
No, but dude, you're cold.
No, but you don't know.
-10.
We don't know what it's like in 1959.
Dude,
by the way.
1959, they were
That
probably
could
hot.
be. That was probably top notch.
Like, I don't even know which one's the girl.
We don't know.
Which one's the girl?
Exactly.
We don't know at all.
I mean, I think her.
what do you mean? Which one's a girl?
Which
I
one's
thought
the...
that was a girl, but
That
now
seems
that,
pretty
No,
easy
that's,
to figure out.
that's one of the Igors, brother.
Yeah.
Like, for sure.
There's like 7 Igors out of 8.
Yeah, like, I think that's one of the girls, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then her
for
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know if they look like the orgy bunch.
Yeah, exactly. I don't buy that.
But maybe they were. I don't know. Maybe they were like freedom from fucking...
So there's
Mother Russia.
but what's crazy about the story is that none of this was released because of the Soviet Union.
Yeah, there's like no
Until the
information.
90s.
Yeah, like no information sharing.
Like we didn't even know until the 90s.
Yeah, it's pretty
Like that
crazy.
this basically we just knew that they died. Like
That's what
9
makes-
people went into the past
That's
and
what
they
makes
died.
Me, that's what makes me think it's like Soviet. Like the Soviet government's like,
Yeah.
that's just weird.
Also, I don't like the radiation. I don't
Radiation makes that's like the
That
complete
throws
curveball.
everything off. Yeah.
I don't like how they went. So they're experienced hikers. So they say there's an avalanche.
Okay.
Okay, they're in the tent. They have an avalanche.
Yeah, they're
They
experienced.
go a
and
mile
like,
away.
Don't take your clothes off.
Yeah, and then they go a mile away.
Rule
and
number one.
They make
Step one.
They make
Clothes.
they make a fire.
Yeah.
Like there's evidence of a fire,
Yeah.
and then they die.
And then they bite their fucking hands off. Like what the fuck?
I don't get it.
Jesus.
Yeah. Anyways, that's why it's continued to persist, and it's been around for 60 years. You know.
Damn, I don't know. Like,
Dyatlov
dude,
Pass.
I'm kind of at a loss here. I
Yeah,
don't know.
this one's
This is
has me
tricky.
stumped. I mean, if it was the indigenous people that came and they're like, I'm just saying, right?
I'm
So this is
still-
one theory, right? They come, They battle out.
They throw like a plutonium rocket like two of the dudes.
They
Like,
battle
"Fuck
out.
you."
What does that mean? They battle out.
Well, they're fighting, right? Like
Yeah,
they're
kill like yeah, bite your own hand, bitch.
yeah.
Bite your fucking hand off
No,
right now.
that guy was that guy was
That
dead.
guy was by himself. Like fuck it. You know, like,
That one was already dead.
Okay.
But that would explain the crushed
yeah, the
chest,
chest, the
skulls.
head, yeah. Some
It
there
could
was
possibly even explain the eyes, like
Yeah.
maybe yeah, maybe they like stab the eyes or something.
Oh, the tongue too. Like that. I feel like it takes a human touch to cut a tongue out. Right.
Totally.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally. You don't
Right.
fuck with that.
I don't think an animal could even
The
be like.
thing is,
I
like,
just want the tongue.
If we fought, I'm not like there would be signs of some other like
Struggle.
stabbing
Yeah.
that if I stabbed you and took your eyes
or
out,
bludgeoning, like
Well, I would
Yes.
kill you.
yeah,
Yeah.
No,
And
I would
then-
kill you.
No,
No, I would
mean,
kill you
I would
first.
win.
no,
I'd win.
definitely
So
not.
then I would be.
No, but like after you're dead.
Wait, I don't know where. I don't know where I'm going with this.
It's just Eric just can't like be the first one to die. Eric's like, we've all seen the movies. I'm clearly not the first one to die.
Okay,
I'd be
so
dead.
so
I'm the dude who got the sciatica.
okay, so
I'm
this
out.
is this.
My
is,
skin
I know.
color
Can you
never
imagine
died.
being that guy though?
Mexicans live forever.
Can you imagine being that guy though?
Who got the sciatica?
Just went home,
Who's like, I'm never going to the doctor
and then
again.
everybody was mutilated.
That's crazy.
And I'd say he probably moved to
God.
the U.S. He's like, I'm out. Like, you know what? It's been real. Like, I'm
Dude,
just going.
that would suck. All right,
Wonder
so
what he had to say.
I know.
That
I know.
would be good to know.
He's probably like, I believe the government, whatever the government said.
The really gross one is that photo in the top right next to Jorge.
This one? Oh, this
Next to
one.
Jorge.
Oh,
no.
They're both next to Jorge, bro. What
well,
the
top
fuck are you-
right. The top right. That one. Yeah.
okay.
No, this
Because
How
it's-
is that not the gross
No,
one?
because that one is like he's like the body's melted. Like
Dude, no, but you
like-
can. This one you can see the fucking empty.
I
eye
know,
sockets.
no, I know, but I mean, I just
It looks like
I
it's
can't
in, like
even
in the
see,
river or
like,
something.
yeah.
I can't even
It does
see
look
what's
like it's in the
happening.
river.
Yeah.
No, this is the worst one right here.
The
So you can
100%
you
the
can see the eye socket.
And then this, what's wrong with this homie's face right
Well,
here?
that looks like the eyes falling out there. I don't know.
Okay, so
And like it's like a hat. Like
here's what we're gonna
it
do.
looks like on a phone call. Shit. Like,
So here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Jorge, I want you to start from the beginning. They go on their hike. What happens?
you tell me. You tell me.
You
Henry.
tell me what
Okay,
happens.
Go on the hike.
Their experience.
Obviously, huh?
Their
Their
experience.
We know
experience. They
Experienced.
get to a point where it's nighty night time.
99.
They got.
They got
They got
10. They got
pitch,
10.
pitch your tent.
This sleeping.
I firmly believe there's some sort of avalanche.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, do you think like
He's in there.
I'm telling you,
He's the
I think like
avalanche.
one homie went out to take a poop. Because there was
And he
like,
cut his way out.
no,
You know what's
no,
funny?
I
Before
think,
the
I think
avalanche?
before the
Before
avalanche,
the-
he's like, oh man, I fucked up the shit. And then he goes
No.
out because
No, I don't buy that. I still think that they carried him out somehow.
Wait. Back up. You missed. So there's
He
an
said
avalanche,
avalanche.
and
He said
one got
avalanche.
hurt.
They
And they
they
carried
have
him
to
out.
they have to cut out.
Yeah, cut out.
They
One
cut out.
guy maybe died in the tent and during the avalanche.
dragged his body
just
out.
maybe like suffocated.
Oh yeah, there
I
you go.
don't know,
And
like-
they
chewed.
Yeah.
okay, so they got to
'Cause
carry
then
him
they have
out.
eight-
That
they
explains the
have 8
footsteps.
footsteps. Yeah.
That
They
also
get to a point
that also
where-
explains like the lack of clothing.
Because they're frantic.
Yeah,
no,
if
no,
you're
not
buried.
for me. Not for me. For the lack of clothing for me would explain. So they get out. They get to a point where they can build a fire. They're trying to survive, but then they get to hyperthermia. Now I don't know about anything about hyperthermia, so I'm taking your guys' word on the
Yeah.
whole thing of like that people
Psychosis.
go crazy.
They
and,
do.
like-
It's a true
okay,
thing. It's
okay.
a real
I didn't
fact.
know that
It's a
either.
real-
So
no,
I
it's a real
think
fact.
that happens, but at some point they run into the indigenous
Tribe.
people. Yeah, the tribe.
They're like, these motherfuckers
And then
on
they're
our
like,
land.
"What the fuck are you doing on
This
my
is my
land?
land, bitch. Stand your
Really?
ground.
Represent.
Stand your ground.
This is not your hood.
Really?
I'm gonna take this bitch's ass.
You guys are in the wrong part of town.
You gonna
This
look
is-
at me?
homie.
You
This is
gonna
not-
look at me?
This is not
I'm gonna
America.
take your
This is
ass.
not America.
Right. So,
But this is all in Russian.
Yeah.
you know, I want to say like then at that point they fucking like fight it
Little
out.
scuffle. The people
They
are
mutilate.
frozen.
They
Problem
mutilate.
is, like there's no other signs of like stabbing or
Yeah,
like
there would be
you know,
something.
right?
Like they're not just using clubs.
Yeah.
yes, or
Like-
everybody would have their head
Smashed
skull
open.
crushed
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, it's so
But-
confusing. I think
At
maybe,
the same,
maybe-
but at the same time, I was kind of buying the UFO thing,
Mm.
honestly. I love that.
I mean, I
love
think the
that
UFO
theory.
is the only
I mean, this
explanation
is-
for the radiation. Like,
Right.
That's the only explanation I can
I
think
do love this is the greatest photo we've ever seen of
I
the
mean,
Yeti.
this is good.
I mean, of all the
No.
Yeti photos we've seen, that's like in the top 10.
I mean, this is
You know?
this is
If
like
anything, that
hipster
is a
Yeti.
photo of one of the tribe members.
Oh.
I just think it hipster.
And they
it's,
were
it's,
like-
it's hipster Yeti.
And then they happen to capture it.
Okay.
The tribe member goes back, gets all his homies, and
he's
he's
like,
like,
get the squad.
yes.
Squad out. They get the snowmobiles. They're like, let's get these.
He
motherfuckers."
goes back and he's like, you down to ride on
Yeah.
these fools?
like, come on,
Okay.
SA. Like, they talking shit, Holmes.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't
All
know.
right.
It's something like
Somewhere
that.
in there.
I don't really get the whole tongue, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
definitely I don't get the radiation thing.
The radiation is
Yeah,
the
it's
biggest.
confusing.
I don't know,
I can't
man.
piece
This
it
one-
together
this
because of the
one's hard.
radiation.
Yeah. All right, Sean. Start from the beginning. They
All
go on
right.
a hike.
They're on the
They're all
hike.
happy.
They're killing it.
Look at that.
Yeah.
They're happy as shit.
Vibing. Look at these two guys.
Hey.
That's day one.
I mean, they're doing fireball
that's-
shots.
Oh, dude.
They're,
Yeah.
they're killing it.
This is Virginia.
Yeah.
Repeat.
Vodka shot.
So I think that I do. It does seem like there was some sort of avalancheal event, whether
Okay.
it be heavy snowstorm,
I mean, There's
avalanche.
snow on their tent.
I mean, a lot too. It's not like a small, and
Yeah.
the tent is crushed by snow.
Right.
So there is some sort of avalancheal event. I think that maybe a couple of them get injuries. I think that explains a couple of the traumas. Maybe the head or the chest trauma. They drag homie out. One of the homies is like down for the count, so they're like, that's why there's only 8 footsteps. I still don't know why you would sleep shoeless or pantsless, but maybe that's what they do in Russia because they're used to it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Maybe they weren't worried about it. And then
Maybe they like triple socked
but
it.
then I think that maybe they didn't have like I think they all probably had pants on, but then I do think hypothermia kind of set in. Maybe they take their pants off.
Started losing their
They're
minds a
losing it.
little bit.
Like they've taken the pants off. I think they start a fire.
It sounds
I-
so funny.
I
doesn't
can't
it?
explain why. Like maybe like one homie's like, this looks like a burger. Like eats his fucking hand off. And then I don't know. Maybe. Dude, I can't explain the radiation. I just
Yeah,
really
that one
can't
is-
get behind it. Like I can make a really
Unless
A good case for
that was
everything else.
inaccurate, and there was no radiation. Like it just got maybe reported, but like think about back in the 1950s.
maybe
like
they wouldn't have thrown
Yeah.
a little whoa.
Yes.
This is a weird reading here,
Yeah.
Igor.
yeah.
Like,
Maybe they got it
Ivan.
wong. Maybe they got it wrong. It was inaccurate.
that
like
could
it
be-
could be a
that could be
detail
true.
that it got passed on, but it's
Like maybe it
inaccurate.
was low, but it wasn't enough to call it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, 'cause they said high. Like they were saying high
Probably like
levels.
probably like the same. They say high,
Yeah, the thing was said high
Yeah,
levels.
They
Like,
did.
That's why I was
but
like,
maybe it was low. Like
they just misread it. They're like, dude,
Yeah.
he looks high as shit. Like, how many fucking
they're
rubles?
like, hey,
is
take a
that?
look at
Like,
this hand over here, and they're like, oh, okay. Anyway,
Radiation.
Yeah.
The motherfuckers get radiated.
You got distracted, and they just marked it high.
So
I don't
yeah,
know.
so I think that I really think that's what happened, and then because that explains that gives the most logical
Logical, yeah,
explanation
yeah.
for like the injuries.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the radiation thing. I feel like the government added that radiation shit in
That's what I'm
there
saying.
just to like fuck
Just for
everybody
shits
up.
and giggles?
They're like, I don't know what happened
Think
now.
about like the timeline back then. There was a lot of this whole like you were saying,
Yeah.
like Cold War, just nuclear.
yeah, they didn't
wars.
really know. They
This
didn't
is
really know
going.
what they were doing with nuclear
Yeah.
weapons. They had no fucking clue.
Yeah.
So do we know if like there was shoes found in the tent?
They left him there.
They did.
Yeah, they left
So
him there.
all the shoes were in the
Because I was gonna say like maybe they lost their shoes like afterwards, but
No, they left him there, and
You do not leave your tent
tent.
without
No,
shoes.
dude,
I, don't
I
get
would
it.
go
I
back.
don't
I
get
would
it.
dig the tent. That's the thing. It's like why
Some
don't
of
you
them were-
dig the tent
some
out?
of them were barefoot, and some of them had socks on.
No, you would. I'd dig the tent.
barefoot.
But the
That's true,
point
you did
was
say
is that the tracks were not with boots.
See, that's okay. That's,
that make sense?
See,
They were
now
all-
I'm like,
they were all, like,
I'm like
socks and-
reneging
yeah.
on like my thing because like, that's not super buried.
No,
I
it's
mean,
half
no,
buried.
no, but
It's
keep
half.
in mind
It would
this
take
was-
us 10 minutes to fucking dig this fucker
It's
out.
true.
Like,
I know, but keep in mind this
It's
was
true.
days later or a month even. I don't know when they found
I mean,
it.
it's not like it's gonna be like
They found him like a
80.
month
It's
later.
not gonna
give
go
you-
from -10 to 80.
We don't know.
No fucking way.
We don't know how much it melted.
I mean, I think it was
But
a
okay,
week.
what was
I
your
think it was a
point?
week.
Let's say
My point
think it
is
was a
like,
week.
my point is like,
Week,
even if there
okay.
was an avalanche, like, why would you like? Let's walk a mile without shoes instead of like, yo, let's dig out our shoes.
I agree.
Like, let me dig my shoes out of this. Like, or walk a mile and build a fire a mile away.
Yeah.
Like, why go build a fire? Build a
3
fire
weeks.
right there.
3 weeks.
Why could they build a fucking fire right there?
A lot. I mean, 3
A
weeks.
lot could happen in
you
3
know,
weeks.
Enough to melt.
Enough to go from -10 to fucking a hot, summery, melty day? Get the fuck
you're
out
right,
of town.
You're right. I don't know.
Avalanche hits and it's like, spring! It's just like magic. Nah, like that's something ain't right about this.
Okay, so
What do you
you got
think?
mine? You got mine? All right,
I'm
ready?
fucking-
These are experienced hikers. They know what they're
keep going
doing.
back to the
They're
experience.
they know what they're doing.
Experience.
Right? They're experienced hikers. They know what they're doing.
Fine experience.
And I mean, they've been on multiple
Hikes.
things. Yeah. I mean,
It's
look
not
at
like
them.
me and you going.
Look at
for-
them.
No, we'd be
Look
fucking.
at these guys.
Oh, they're experienced.
They know what they're doing in
got
1959.
ski- they got
Yeah,
skis.
They know what they're doing. I believe, you ready?
Oh
I
my
believe this is a soap opera situation.
What the fuck does that mean?
Meaning there was like some sort of love fucking triangle.
Oh,
Like
and
a
they got
love
pissed?
affair.
Well, it's like a
Yes, and an avalanche. Mix those together.
Oh, and then they got the little clicks.
and then
They're
they
like,
fucking
I'm
went
going-
wild and started pop, 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 pop. And they went crazy on each other. And they mutilated each other.
Oh, you think it was like a?
Yeah, but there's only 2 girls. Okay. And there was
Exactly.
Maybe they were all
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's.
8 dudes, 2 girls.
That's,
Scarcity.
No,
I mean, shit. Scarcity. I'm like, there's a limited number of holes, my friend.
so not a triangle, but like a octagon.
I love octagon.
I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it.
I mean,
Because I don't believe that the psychosis would go so far that they would cut out their own eyes. I mean, because look how happy they look.
yeah. I mean, they look,
cut
they're
out
vibing.
literally. They cut out somebody's tongue and their eyeballs. Unless it was the water.
Maybe
but
the
that
eyeball
seems
girl
extreme.
like died, and then somebody's like, "Fuck it, I gotta eat."
Yeah, starving.
Let me go after her eyeballs, I guess.
The soft meat. I know, like it's
That
not
seems
from.
crazy.
I've tried eyeball before. Cow eyeball.
Shut up.
I have.
What did it take?
Why and what did it
Like
taste like?
Nasty. Nasty.
Tastes like eyeball.
Yeah. It was like
how much was
like
it?
hard.
Eric, how much
watery.
was it?
No. It was
Eric's
not,
like,
it was
what's
not
the
good. I
pricing?
didn't finish
I'm-
it.
Was
I
it
didn't
what?
finish
Was it
it.
wagyu
It was a
eyeball?
little taco.
Give me a
Little
price.
taco stand in Mexico.
Ew.
100%.
What?
I swear to
Eyeball
God.
tacos?
Swear to God.
Dude, I was like pastor only, bro. Like,
I also try brains. Swear to God.
well, that's just the.
That was
like,
actually
they-
was
they-
not
they-
that bad.
the
That was
tongue-
not that bad. I
dude,
got
the tongue and the brains, like they fucking get down.
oh,
Okay,
tongue
so-
all day long.
Yeah.
So
I eat
Jorge
tongue
is
all
a
the time.
cannibal.
Jorge Jorge did it.
It's a fucking
Jorge
cow.
was in Russia.
You eat a cow every day, and so do you. Every day.
So
Actually
hold on,
true.
hold on.
I probably do.
Hold on.
You
Let's
do.
talk- Can we talk about the Yeti photo?
Yeah. Go
Okay,
ahead.
Eric's like really. I can't believe
he's
that
hung
wasn't
up
part of
on
your
What's the
series.
percentage?
I like one,
Yeah.
maybe
Like
one.
not even.
There's a
All right.
one.
We're gonna post it. We're gonna do a poll.
Because homie's wearing a jacket. Like he's
Exactly.
clearly wearing pants and a jacket.
If
It's
you
the
would've
best
showed
photo
me-
we've had of Yetis.
Because
If
it's
you
a dude.
We don't have any other ones.
He's wearing a fucking like his pants and
Yeah.
the shirt is a different color.
All right.
It doesn't even look like fur.
Yeah.
Like homie's like dressed.
Yeah.
Not a Yeti. 100%.
No, he's
not
wearing
even. I
fucking-
won't even give you a 1%.
He's wearing like coveralls.
Zero.
Like come on,
Zero.
bro, dude.
All right.
I'm gonna go.
Well, so that's what we've come to the conclusion of, which is that it was a love affair.
wait, what?
We did not come to that conclusion.
Excuse me, bitch. He's like, and one of them like ejaculated fucking
It was a
plutonium on the guy.
Honestly, it was a love affair gone wrong.
That's not what happened.
Nope.
Yeah,
Aliens. It was definitely
This is
aliens.
a love affair gone wrong. Right here.
Aliens conspiring with
That
the
looks-
Russian
looks
government.
horrible.
This piece of shit.
All right, well, we'll that's what we got.
Hey!
Dyatlov Pass, everybody. Let us know what you think.
think.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, we would like to know.
I'm fucking confused.
Because
I
we
don't
went
know.
over almost every theory. There's not really.
Let's
There's
put up
not-
a couple of theories.
Testing,
Let's
you
do a
guys didn't-
poll.
polls. We'll do polls.
Yes.
Polls.
You
On
guys didn't like the
Spotify.
testing idea.
Huh?
You
I know.
the-
I thought that maybe the explosive testing was possible.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it
All right.
still it doesn't explain.
There's
the
no
radiation.
evidence. Zero.
Let's do a little poll on
Yeah.
Spotify. You guys can go on there and vote. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And we'll catch you guys next time.
99. I like the picture flip at the end. That was real class. I like that.